Hey everyone, Chad Hasty here, host of the Chad Hasty Show, which airs weekday mornings 8:30 to 11 a.m. Central Time on News Talk 790 AM KFYO and online at KFYO.com. Well, we have a nominee, or at least a presumptive nominee in the Republican Party. It's not Ted Cruz, not John Kasich, Jeb Bush, Marco Rubio, Rick Perry, or Scott Walker. No, none of them. Not Carly Fiorina, Ben Carson, or anyone else that you thought it might have been or could have been. It's this guy, Donald Trump. Donald Trump is the nominee for the Republicans. He will win the nomination, obviously, after last night's huge win in Indiana. Ted Cruz suspending his campaign, paving the way for Donald Trump to win the Republican nomination. John Kasich, well, he never had a shot. Ted Cruz, he had a shot, but after the results that we saw in Indiana last night, he, well, I don't want to say that he is seeking to unite the party, but he is stepping out of the way, realizing that it's going to be impossible for him to win the nomination. So it's Donald Trump. So the big question is right now for the Republicans, where do we go from here? Is it time? Will we see Republicans, the conservatives out there, the establishment out there, will they unite around Donald Trump? There's been a whole movement, the hashtag on Twitter, Never Trump. There are a lot of conservatives out there, Rubio supporters, Cruz supporters, Jeb Bush supporters out there who say that they will never vote for Donald Trump. I understand the sentiment. I am not a fan of Donald Trump. I think Donald Trump is a phony. I don't think that Donald Trump is a conservative. I don't think he's really a Republican. I think he's a moderate at best. He might be a conservative liberal, but he's not a conservative. And one thing that I kept fighting for, whether it be on the air, here in these videos, online on Twitter, I wanted the best conservative to win, whether that was Ted Cruz or Marco Rubio. Those were two of my big picks, one of those guys to win the nomination. Rick Perry, would have loved for Rick Perry to have won. Scott Walker, same thing. Those guys in a totally different league than Donald Trump. So what everyone has to do now, you got to calm down. Those of you who are out there saying, I'm never going to vote for Donald Trump, he's horrible, he's going to destroy the United States. Listen, folks, I've got a lot of faith in this country. But what I think we have to do is we have to think long term about this. This election is not about Donald Trump. This election is about 30, 40, 50 years from now. And here's why I say that. I said this on the show yesterday. I'll continue to say it every single day up until the election. Unless Donald Trump comes out and completely turns to the left, I will continue to say this. I am a single-issue voter in this election. Normally, I rail against single-issue voters, but in this election, I am a single-issue voter, and that single issue is the United States Supreme Court. With Hillary Clinton, I know what type of judges I'm going to get. I know who she's going to appoint, what type of justices she's going to appoint. Same for Bernie Sanders if somehow he gets the nomination. I know what type of justices they will appoint. For Donald Trump, I can't tell you. I don't know what type of justices Donald Trump will appoint. But I'll take the risk because the risk is better than what Hillary Clinton presents, which is a Supreme Court that is hostile towards your freedom, private property rights, the Second Amendment. Many of the values and principles that we hold dear will be under attack if Hillary Clinton wins. Now, I'm not saying that Donald Trump's going to be the great protector of those. I'm just saying we don't know what the hell we're going to get with Donald Trump, and I'll take that over Hillary Clinton any day. Do I think that Donald Trump will live up to his promises? No. Which Donald Trump am I getting? Am I getting the guy who donated to Hillary Clinton, or am I getting the guy who bashes Hillary Clinton? I don't know. Nobody knows except for Donald Trump, maybe his family members, but they're about it. That's it. I've got to roll the dice here, and those who are out there in the state of Texas and in other solidly red states, I get it. It's easy for you to say, I'm never Trump. I'm never going to vote for Donald Trump. Folks in Ohio, you're different. You've got to go with the person who you believe or at least who you hope will appoint the right Supreme Court justices moving forward. That's what this election is all about. It has nothing to do with anything else. It is about the U.S. Supreme Court, and that is it. I used an analogy earlier with some folks, and it's this. You've got three different doors for the Never Trump people out there. You've got door A, which is Hillary Clinton. You know that if you walk through that door, there is a fire that is burning, spiders, snakes, whatever you hate, is in that room. You may survive it. You might, but you'll look completely different on the way out. That's the United States looking completely different on the way out. Door B is Donald Trump. There's a lot of screaming, a lot of bad noises coming from there, but you get the nice smell of chocolate chip cookies baking from that door. So you go, oh, maybe there's something nice in there, but you really have no idea. And then there's door C, which is the libertarian vote, the third party vote. Basically, you're just throwing it away. It doesn't really go anywhere. Why go through that door? You got to go through door B. You got to go with Donald Trump if you are concerned about the U.S. Supreme Court. If you are concerned about your rights as gun owners, you have to go with the Republican nominee. I've said it since day one. People were upset with me when I said if Jeb is the nominee, you've got to surround Jeb Bush. Even if it was Lindsey Graham, you've got to support Lindsey Graham. You've got to support the Republican nominee. I'm sure I'll get some backlash from that, but folks, it's absolutely important that the Republicans win the White House in this upcoming election. Let me know your thoughts below here on YouTube. Follow me on Twitter, Chad Hasty Radio, and don't forget, tune in to the Chad Hasty Show weekday mornings, 8:30 to 11 a.m. Central Time here in Lubbock, and you can listen online at KFYO.com. Have a great day.